Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a first part of the three-part series on how to create a skin for IO2 from GIMP. Now, the first thing we're going to go over is my programs, and most of my programs are pretty basic. They are all free. For example, the first program we're going to be looking at is GIMP. Give that a second to load up. Okay, now with GIMP, the setup is pretty basic. Most of the tools are on the top left-hand corner. The one thing you're going to want to be concerned with is your image tab, your layer tab, and your select tab. Those are the most important. And this is also important too, but not necessary because most people know that stuff. Anyways, now I do not have an image selector, so I'm going to go ahead and open one. We're going to go to my desktop where I have texture templates. I have both IO2 and Rise of Light, so we're going to do both. And this is by the expansion pack. So let's say we want the P40. That would be Battle Moscow. Most people tend to do 4K. I like to do 2K. It just works fast on my system. But for you guys, we'll do 4K. Oh, well, that didn't pan out. Alright, give me 1 second. P40. Okay, the P40 only just in 2K on my system, so we'll open that up. Give it a second or two. I don't know if it's... I usually convert it, so that's fine. Okay. Now, as you can see here, we got the basic template. I don't create these. I know several people on the forums do, and I will show you where you can find them in the second part of the video. But for now, let's just take a look at what's available. For advanced users on the Layers tab, which are actually pretty simple, you got them in groups. You can look at the layers separately. Okay. The I button makes it visible and not visible. So, for example, if I didn't want to see this stuff, I just pressed on the group. All of it disappears. I pressed on it, it reappears. Now, the part that you want to edit mostly is something that says user paint here. So you go here, you press a brush or your color, whatever. For example, this, and you do freehand, whatever. Control D deletes your previous work. Okay. Now, with user paint, you can do several different things. You can edit, and for example, if I press here and I hold the shift key, it creates a sort of a line. So if I wanted to do here or whatever, there, blah, whatever. But what if you wanted to do it at a 90-degree angle or 45-degree angle, so on and so forth? You press shift. You press shift, control, and you see it snaps. It snaps into angles of, I think, 10 degrees. I'm not exactly sure, so don't quote me on that. If I wanted to do like a box, I can do that real quick. Okay. This is what I'm covering in GIMP. I don't want to go too far into it because I got some other programs I want to mention to you guys. But I will mention one last thing, however. For any image that you do in GIMP, once you have finished editing it, you go to the top, right click, and you press this button, flatten image. You press that, it's all flattened out. All the layers collapse into one. Then you can go to File, and you press Export. And I usually type in BMP manually, but you don't have to do that. Export. Cancel. Hold on. Desktop export, and then we'll export it as that. And then what happens is you press Control G, you get your layers back. Then you go to File, and you press Save. And it will save it as an SDF file, which keeps all the layers and stuff. Okay. Now, when I exit GIMP, okay, you see the SDF file from GIMP. If I open this up again, I can begin where I left off. Sounds good. Alright. And this BMP file. Now, what do we do with that? Well, I have this app here for my own personal preference. It's DST-BMP. Now, what this does in particular is it converts a BMP image into a DDS texture. Now, don't worry about the alpha stuff. I'll get into that in part 3. But for now, let's just stick to the basics. And in case you're wondering, alpha is what adds the gloss and makes it look more real. So it's basically going to be flat when I put it in the game now. Alright. So you drop this in here. And you basically look at it, and it looks good. Once it's to your liking, you press DDS texture, you get this little menu here. Now, do not save it as this type. You save it as DST5, okay? IO2 only accepts this. So you save there, and hopefully it'll save on my desktop. I'm not sure, but I'm hoping that's where it goes. Okay, it's saved as a DDS file. And if you wanted me, the way I check this is, it only opened with this app or something, and I was like, okay, so that's how I know. Now, for IO2, how do I line things up? How do I make sure it's all good before I send it out? Well, this is actually pretty simple. For me, okay. I don't remember where it was at. Oh, okay. It's usually in recent, so I'm gonna go to, let's just stop the camera, but that's not where we want. Go to, where it's skin, and then, this is a P40, so we want this to go to, P40E1. Press that, drag it in. Alright. Oh, wait. This is a common mistake. If you find it doesn't show up, then that's because you did this. You did not put the DDS file, you put the BMP. Do not want to do this. Don't be like me. Okay. Now I got the DDS file there. You can check in properties. It says DDS. All good. Now, okay. What's the thing we're going to do? Yes, perfect. we are going to go to this little thing I like to call viewer shortcut, which comes default with Battle Stalin. Now, this is a beautiful program. It's helped me a lot because I don't have all the planes, but I can do the spinning work for all of them. And where I go from this is you see the before right here. Okay, now you can see that it's loaded up all in there. Okay. Now what you want to do is I have the file called public. So this is what I was doing in GIMP. This is it without the alpha channel, which I will get into in the third video again. As for all my programs, they're pretty easy to find, I believe. So, let me go ahead and pull this out. Let me pull out Chrome. Now we're looking for GIMP. I'm looking for GIMP, which will be here. You can download this version, good version, and for this I just exit here, or let's see what other program we need, ds2.bmp. Okay. Okay, I believe this is where you originally get it, but I am not sure, so don't quote me on that, because this was a long time ago when I downloaded it. But it worked. Okay, so this covers basically my programs. Hold on, let me go ahead and back this up a bit, make sure. Okay, I don't know, but you can find it. It's pretty easy to find. Just make sure you're getting it from a trusted site. I don't encourage harmful PC practice, so continue at your own risk. So this is all my programs that I use for skin editing. I used to use a couple of others, but they basically phased themselves out. And what I currently have works, so I hope this thumbs up part 1 for you guys. And we'll get to part 2 in STEM, alright? This video was inspired by a question from this guy on the forums. I believe his name was Woodrow Call. He had a question on how to do this stuff, and so I figured, hey, if I like doing skins, maybe someone else would like doing the same thing as well, alright? So, you guys have a nice day, and we'll see you next time.